Hi, Riya.
I
Welcome
am sure.
to the call. And thanks again for giving time to this. I know you are traveling for work, you have been busy, and it's a Sunday evening when generally people relax. But
It's
thanks a
okay.
lot. I've been trying to call you since 2 years, but
I am sorry for that.
it's
I'm
okay.
sorry for that.
It's okay. I completely understand how hectic life. People think going to ISB is difficult, but actual
Post
difficulty
ISB.
people face after ISB.
Yeah.
I am totally aware of that. So again, no matter what, thanks again for kind of giving your time. And just for everyone else, can you please introduce yourself, like who you are, where
Yeah.
you're from, before ISB, after ISB, things like that.
Okay. So I'll come from post ISB. So I'm Riya. I hail from Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. So I've done my UG in Vignan University, and then after my BTech, I joined Cognizant. It was a campus placement with exact 2 years of work. So I applied for ISB. And Anshul, your support was like seamless during my journey. So I worked as a programmer analyst, and I was in a networking domain, which is a pure technical domain, before my ISB journey. And then finally, I got my R1 admit, and yeah, post ISB, I'm working as a senior analyst in Cognizant. So I'm in a consulting domain, working for automotive clients, automotive manufacturing, and yeah, this is all.
I always wanted to ask you this, Ria. I mean, I know the answer, but I want you to know from you because
Mhm.
you went back to the same firm.
Yeah.
How is your job different with respect to pre-MBA?
During my ISB time, so in like during my campus placement, I got the other firm, but it was like on that like out of India. So I want to stay back in India, so I was looking for domestic firms. I got Cognizant. That's
Which
the reason.
company you got outside India?
BCG, Boston Consulting Group.
Where was the placement?
I got Netherlands. Like the project is in Netherlands, so I
Okay.
need to travel due to my personal reasons. Like my parents were ill last year,
Yes,
so I need.
I
Yeah,
remember you told
you're
me.
aware of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's when I was
very
trying to
hectic.
reach out to you last year at this time.
Yes,
Talk to
yes, yes,
people immediately after you graduated. You mentioned that.
yes, yes, yes.
I hope
So
he's better now.
yeah, he's fine. He's doing well.
Okay.
Um, so that's the reason. So then I needed a domestic place. Like I need to be in India, and I want a consulting domain. Then Cognizant was like listing our campus, and I thought like I wouldn't convert the offer. So it was very hectic, and it was around like 5 6 round. And being a ex Cognizant employee, like there would be a question on my expertise, and they really grilled me again, same like my ISB interview. But
Mhm.
eventually, yeah, I got into this.
Okay. So again, my question was, how is your life different now? I mean, how is the work different now with respect to your previous?
It's completely different, Anshul. It's like nowhere related to my previous domain, or it's completely technical pre ISB, and now it is a completely business consulting, management consulting, bid management, and strategy and all that. So, for a person like me with 2 years of work ex, I guess this role is really like helping me to get seasoned in every domain, right from
Very
bid management, strategy, pre-sales. So I feel this role is like apt for me right now for a good learning.
okay. So now let's talk about your application journey. It was all going fine. We wrote the application, we finished it ahead in time. And then you told me we cannot write product management in post MBA goal because you don't feel confident about it.
Yes,
And
yes,
then we changed it to public policy consulting because you worked in IPAC and then you had a lot of knowledge about India's geopolitical situations and economics and all that because of your UPSC
UPSC,
preparation.
yes, UPSC preparation.
So how difficult it was to change it because even writing public policy was very risky. It's not
Yes,
easy,
yes,
especially when you have not worked in that domain full time. Remember,
yeah, yeah,
IPAC was also an internship,
yeah, yeah.
right?
It was like a bet.
It was a big bet.
Yeah,
So can you, and for you, unlike these people where writing post MBA goal is a optional essay, for your batch, it was a mandatory essay. You had to
yes,
write.
yes, yes.
So can you please describe in your own words or your own experience that how important it is to give enough time to the application and specifically in these things, post MBA goals, fixing the post MBA goals.
So when I started my application with you, so after my groundwork and like talking to many alums, many ISB alums, and like who couldn't even turn their ISB admission and all that, they were suggesting me the goal should be aligned, being
Yes.
like coming from technical background and all. But the basic point where we miss is like we need to fill every bucket in the admission process. It's not just our essays, it's not just our GRE or GMAT score, it's not just our experience, everything. Like the every bucket should be good. Either you have to be good in one part, or you have to be average or a normal thing in other part. So I felt in my case, I'm similar, like you know, the all the people like who comes from my background, they would be writing the same thing. So
Right.
what is that X factor and what is the unique factor I'll be having, so that I can be like a diverse factor. I wanted to get into a diverse thing. Like that's the reason, because I don't come from an IIT background. So my BTech was from a tier 2 college. So I'm pretty sure that bucket wouldn't be full. So and if I write the same essay like others, and I'm not that strong in my work, it's having just
Yes. Yeah,
1.6
yeah.
or
What
7
will you
marks.
do in 1.5 years of work?
Yeah.
Especially
So
cognizant, not possible to,
yes,
not
yes.
practical also to expect a lot of great achievements.
Correct.
That,
So even if they dig deep, I couldn't answer that, and I would be like the ordinary, like the a regular applicant. I cannot make my seat there. So then I started thinking like my expertise in is in my UPSC prep and all that public policy stuff and all, because like I'm very much inclined to that right from my BTech. So
yeah.
the experience, the weight I carry of is like more in this domain rather compared to my technical. So then I thought, like at the end, even if I convert the essay part, I have to like face the interview. So
Yeah.
I felt that I should be confident in and out every edge. I need to steer the direction from my end. So I
Yes.
went like for
I
public
want to
policy.
stop you right there to just
Yeah,
elaborate on what just Riya said. Guys, the job of an application is to get you the final admit. The job is of the application is not to get you the shortlist, only the shortlist. Please write everything in the application with the lens of the interview, because that's what Riya said, that she would have got a shortlist even we had written product management.
correct,
But
correct.
what after getting the shortlist? That is why we spend so much of time in application. This is why there are so many people who I have already talked to, and they're still waiting to get a GMAT score before starting our application. You are digging your own grave. I cannot be any more subtle because it's already April. If you have not started your application yet, you are digging your own grave. Riya again started before her GMAT score. Uh, and
Very,
everyone,
very early.
almost
I just
everyone,
like I have like I spoke to Anshul very early.
very early.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We wrote public policy. Even I was not very convinced, but
Yeah.
you gave me the conviction. You said, even if still remember, you said, okay, public policy is not very convincing, but product management can turn worse because I have no clue about
Yeah.
product management at all. At least public policy, I'll be able to talk something.
Yeah.
I just said,
So
"Acha, okay."
maybe I may get like I may face the questions of like a candidate with 1 year or 1.5 years of expertise, but I cannot stand out. I'm pretty sure of that.
Right.
So my point of view was like at the end, like I need to convert it. That's it. So that was my
Okay.
aim. That's the reason.
Got it. Now, Riya, let's talk about the actual ISB interview. I distinctly remember you have written a blog. I will share the blog with you guys later. You've also written you cried after the interview. It
Yes,
went
yes,
that bad.
yes, yes.
So, and I also have a list of all the questions that you were asked. And even I was surprised that how do you have managed these line of questions? They went deep to I think
Many things.
Anganwadi workers and everything.
Yes, yes, everything, right? Like the grassroots level to the
Uh,
ministry level. Like
yes.
they
Yes,
were asking
grassroots level to
everything.
ministry level. That too, it went for 55 minutes. Correct me if I'm
Yes,
wrong.
yes, yes.
How did you manage answering all those while never being worked in that field full time?
Um, So the interview started with my technical questions, like technical, my job related questions, and slowly the interviewer was like going deeper into the application line by line. Then he realized that I wrote public policy and all, and your post MBA goal. How would? Then he was asking me like, what would you do? Like, what is the thing, the X factor you're gonna bring to the table of ISB, so that we have to choose you. As Anshul told, like all the you have all the list of questions what they have asked. He
I
was
have
like,
not shared them with
okay.
shared with these people. I will share after this call.
Okay, okay. So even I was like not like I was thinking it would be a normal interview like the other candidates. Like before me, there were a couple of candidates who went in. They had a normal interview. It was just 15-20 minutes. They came back. Like, वापस आ गए. I was like, okay, मेरा भी ऐसा भी हो जाएगा. It will complete in the same way. But that interviewer, like he graded me till the end. Like why public policy? What expertise you're bringing to ISB and how can we trust you and give you the admission, that sort of thing I had. Hello Anshul, am I?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
audible. Please go ahead.
yeah, your screen got freeze, so that,
Okay.
yeah. So all these things, then I was like, I was giving my explanation because I'm good at my UPSC prep. So parallel to ISB, I cleared my state services prelims exam
Yes.
during my ISB time, and even that was a dilemmatic call for me. So all this, the expertise of my preparation helped me to come out of those questions and navigate, and I was making sure to steer the direction in my way. Though the questions were very tough, I wanted the interviewer to ask what I wanted, so I used to give the answer according to that, so that the next question would be the similar one.
Yeah.
So that was the trick I followed. But at the end, I felt that the interviewer was not happy with me, and I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get a admit and all. And yeah, I called Anshul, and I was like weeping and all that. But yeah, it turned up.
Yeah,
It's all
15.
because I'm very good at my prep. That's the reason I could navigate.
Yes. You worked really, really hard. And apart from the active work that you had been doing with me, you also did a lot of work on your own. Of
Yes,
course,
yes, groundwork.
you got the chance to do that. Who is this? Akash, please put yourself on mute here. Yeah. But you also did a lot of work on your own, and I really want to say kudos to you for that. Uh, you were constantly in touch with alums. I remember you talked to the current president of the Public Policy Club as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Huh.
Because as my post MBA goal is very unique and different. Like I need to know the in and out story of the ISB, what current schemes or like what current policies ISB are involved, or what opportunities we would be having our post MBA. So that the ultimate goal was to steer the direction.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. So I was in connect with everything. I made sure no rock is like unturned.
Okay.
I have
So
done that prep.
I have already given a LinkedIn template to everyone on how to reach out to alums. I've also given them a list of questions on what questions to ask and eventually how to use that information in the application and in the interview. But during your time, I had not told you
Yeah.
this. This
Yes.
all I learned from your batch, and then I started doing for the future batches. So can you tell to everyone how did you reach out to alums, which medium you use, what questions you asked, and everything? How many people you reached out to?
Before Anshul, like even like I got to know Anshul through this this part of my journey. Like I was searching all the ISB alums like who are having like similar post ISB goals, like the
Uh,
expertise in the what I'm gonna tell to ISB, and how
uh,
my story, like similar people who are like like who are doing the same stuff what I was doing. So I spoke nearly I think 40 to 50 alums. I reached,
what?
yeah, before Anshul 40 to 50.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's the
That's
reason,
a
like,
news to me also. I never knew this.
in the same journey, I got to know about Anshul and the feedback I got from the alums. That's the reason I got you, Anshul, because of this 40 and 50. Then, yeah, LinkedIn was my, that's the channel I have updated, and that's like really helped me out. And a few connects from my BTech as well, like who were like in the present batch and all that. So that really helped me to frame my story. How could I stand out, karke, and how ISB is currently running, and like with what policies and all, like. all this stuff. So I got this information. The internal information was really helpful, and it is a really a basic block for your entire journey, the entire essay, and the entire framework. So yeah, you need to have that connect.
So 40 to 50 people you talked to, and did you make notes from every
Yes, yes,
conversation?
yes, yes, yes.
Now tell me this, strictly this part, talking to alums and getting all the information. Was it helpful in any way during the interview?
Yes, yes, it was helpful because, as I told you, I need to know the internal side of the ISB as well to speak or like to get out of that junction when I'm like stuck. So that feedbacks what I got from the alums and like whatever the inputs I got, it really helped me to get out of the junction when that interviewer was like trying to push me or corner me and
Okay.
to roast me. You that would be really helpful if you have that
I
info.
remember, correct me if I'm wrong. I do not have your list of questions open now. But they did ask now who else you have talked to related to public
Yes, they even
policy.
asked me the names of the alums as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I hope you're listening and waking up from your slumber of not talking to alums. Even Sayanthani, we did a call with Sayanthani, I think 20 days ago. Sayanthani is class of 2026. I mean, the class which is going on. She is a marketing, her post MBA goal is marketing. She talked to the head of marketing club for 1 hour at 3 a.m. in the night,
Oh,
few days before her interview.
cool. Actually, that would really helpful.
Yeah. And again, I had not asked her to. I just gave her a template and everything, but she actually went ahead and she did all the groundwork and she did all the hard work. Okay, great. Yeah. Now, do not sugarcoat anything. Tell me about life at ISB. How was that 1 year? For someone who is less learned than others, less experienced than others, not coming from any hi-fi background or brand names like IIT, NIT, or McKinsey, BCG, or Microsoft, Google for that matter,
Hmm.
so-called underdog generally. How was life for you?
Um, so,
No need to sugarcoat anything.
yeah,
Please
yeah.
be frank.
In ISB, the first thing what you have to be like lucky enough to get is your peer group, the study group.
Yes,
That's
but you cannot choose your study group. How
no,
will
no,
you?
that would be different. They would be giving you five different diverse people. One would be like a very less experienced person, a moderate, and then a very high. That would be the combination. So that is the major part. अगर वो सीधा मतलब if you get that it in a very good way, half of your journey is
I
done.
had my
To be
first study
honest.
group was, I will not say anything. They might watch it some in some way or the other. But my second
It's a
study group
luck.
was really good. My second study group had very smart people, but very humble because I was exactly like you, know. I went with exactly less than 2 years of work ex. You at least had more than 2 years. I had less than 2 years. My internship got counted as work ex. That's why I was able to enter with less than 2 years. And I was from a very niche background. I had this absolutely zero peer group support. But and the first group that I got allotted to, oh my God. I
It's something like your relatives. The study group people are आपके
Yeah,
relatives.
because you are
Have
spending
to
so much
accept.
time with them every day. If they are bad, they will kill your mental health.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't want to
you
talk
have
about
to
it
be
right
ready
now.
for
You tell me.
everything. But yeah, if you're like lucky enough, you will get a very good study group.
Yeah,
Even like if you're not, it's fine. You can sail through.
it will
Uh,
be a learning moment for you
yeah,
if
it
not.
will be a learning. If not this, you'll have another study group, as you told, the
Yeah,
second one.
yeah.
So that's the first part. And the second, I had a tough time in accounting and finance, but I have done my groundwork after my like when I got my admission. So I have done my groundwork in accounting. That really helped. So I come from a technical background with a zero accounts background and all. So I felt like it's a bit tough in that part, but I had a good friends, make very good friends after your admission. That's like you start talking to people as soon as you got like you get your admission mails and all. Start doing case prep and all. I have done that. So you will find few connects before ISB itself, and that would really add value post your ISB like from the day one. And in ISB, yeah, every day would be like, it's counted. Every day you're going to pay 10,000 to the college and you have to take the return. So everyone would be coming in the same mindset. And, the bunch of people out of your study group, you have to have that connect. That would really add value for people like me. Like I have a very less work ex and not from an accounts background. You would be finding many accounts, CAs, all these people out there in ISB. Make good bond with them, get good info from them, and do your case prep before ISB. This would be one of the tip I could give. Do that. That would be really helpful during your placement prep. In ISB, academics is one part, the placement is the other part. So nothing is related with the acads and placement. This preparation only would be helpful. So yeah, the first two terms were a bit hectic. The core term were like, we had core terms. I think this batch, 2025 batch is not. I think you're aware of that, Anshul. So they don't have like the same similar core term as we do. They have a good choice to choose electives and all. um, yeah, academical, like that part was fine because of the groups and because of the peers I had around. The rest, the placement part was a bit tough for our batch and for me as well, because I need the transition. Like I was aiming for public policy, and then I was like, it's not like you cannot just stick to one thing.
Yeah, never.
It cannot be like a niche thing. You have to be open. You have
Yeah.
to. That's the one tip I would give. Just be open and accept like what you're getting. Don't just sit for that, and because of the market and the recession part, you have to the brand name is really important. Your post ISB, post ISB, you can change and you can. That's the different ball game. But yeah, during ISB, please make use of all the resources and like the CAS and all the clubs and all. Make use of that and get into a good firm. Don't be very that is a honest feedback I would give, because few of my friends ended up like, like they couldn't get the dream job or dream roles or the package and all, only because of this one mistake. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and especially when you have lower work X, it's
Yes,
not like
yes,
both true for lower and higher work X. Not a
yes,
plethora of opportunities are open to you.
yes,
There will
yes,
be a few jobs which will not even accept your CV, and
yes,
you need to
yes,
be okay with that. This is what I
yes,
realized because I
yes, yes.
exactly had your.
As I told, that's
So,
a different ball game. The placement is completely different.
yeah,
Like,
so Pranay is asking, what do you mean academics are not related to placement? Can you elaborate? So I will answer this, Riya.
hmm,
Pranay, she meant that the preparation that you need to score high in the exams and maintain a high GPA. This is only needed for MBBs, McKinsey, BCG, Bain, and
yeah.
Accenture strategy to some
Maybe
extent.
few firms, not all. Few firms, very
Which
few
firm? Only
firms.
these four, now. Who? Which else?
No,
Which
few
other?
firms, few other firms would be
I don't think so. Any other
no,
firms
no, no,
need
no.
high
Like
GPA.
few firms. Let me recollect.
Amazon, it doesn't need high.
Not Amazon, not Amazon. The few consulting firms, I would say.
Okay. So yeah, apart from few consulting firms, none of them need high GPA at all.
Yeah, no.
But what she meant was the preparation that you need to score high in the ISB exams is very much different than the preparation you need to do to get placed. Placement preparation is completely different. I
Yeah.
was doing hardcore placement preparation, but my group for placement preparation was completely different than my study group that was allotted to me. I had made a separate placement preparation group who actually had the same post MBA goals as mine. And then we did separate industry preparation, company preparation. Like we were eyeing AB InBev. AB InBev is a big recruiter at ISB, the biggest alcohol manufacturer in the world.
Maybe.
Great, they give
Yeah.
great profiles, great salary. So we had to do its own industry preparation. We talked to the alums and we found out what topics they can give in the GD. So we prepared for that. HUL and PNG, separate preparation. And I was able to find very few people at ISB who are not preparing for consulting. We were a very small group. We were only preparing for marketing. So that preparation is very different. And when it is compared to, when compared to your preparation for ACADS. Okay. Arjun is asking, you cracked BCG Netherlands. Could you please explain the recruitment process? So how does
Uh,
BCG take? Yeah.
it's not like BCG Netherlands. The project was in Netherlands. It was
Okay.
BCG.
It
So
was
BCG
BCG India
comes.
only.
Yeah, BCG India only. It comes with two roles, BCG X, like BCG X and BCG. BCG is a traditional consulting thing, and BCG X is a specialized domain expertise they would be taking. So mine was into BCG. It was same like the normal regular placement process. We had first the case interview, the guesstimate, the case interview, and first the resume shortlist. Get the resume shortlist itself. Make, and guys, like, please start making your resume from right day one. Don't just wait for the placement time. So yeah, it's nothing. It's BCG Netherlands. Nothing niche or separate. It's BCG India.
Okay. Vishak is asking, can you please share if you had any frameworks you used to implement the insight that you gained? I did not understand the question. Riya, would you want to answer
Yeah.
this?
So frame like maybe
I don't
he
think
was
there's a
asking
framework.
something. No, nothing sort of any framework. Who have asked this?
Vishak,
Because
Vishak.
Vishak, yeah. So nothing sort of any framework, Vishak. Like you need to write the points. Like you need to write your own story based on the feedback, and it should incline with your story. That's what. Like for me, it worked in different way. It might work different in your way. So yeah, you just need to take the inputs. Like everything wouldn't be useful for you. Whatever it is, like ज़्यादा भी ज्ञान मत लो कि आप confuse हो जाओ.
Yeah.
Do that. Okay, just take what can be inclined with your story, where you can nourish it and you can tell it out. Just वहां तक देख लो. These frameworks you please use for your case prep and all.
Okay. Dravya is asking, you had your application centered around public policy and
Mhm.
connected with similar forces at ISB. So
Yeah,
how did
yeah.
companies view a profile? As now you are working in same tech company but consulting. Dravya, please understand one thing. The job of an application is to get you inside ISB. Job of an application is to make your interview easier. She chose public policy because she thought public policy would be more defendable than writing product management. That was the next choice. Once you enter ISP, you are free to do whatever you want to. No one is looking at your application. Application is gone, deleted. You are free to do anything you want to. Maybe she did try for public policy consulting, but she ended up at
I didn't try for public policy, Anshul, because after knowing the pay scales and like many other
pay scale,
factors.
and also your work experience is a problem. Maybe
Yes.
ISB gave you a chance, but companies will not give you a chance without zero work ex in public policy. And even if will give you a chance, they will give a very small salary to you. So even I
And
was expecting that you will not join public policy. It's not easy to get.
yeah,
Salaries are
and but
low.
one thing you have to make sure, like to the guys who are taking the interviewers, like the people, you have to make sure that you can get a job in public policy. It's not like you have just write it in the essay. You have to make sure that you should sound very confident that
In the during the
yeah,
interview.
during the interview
During the
you can
interview.
tell that I can. The question they asked me like post like in the ISB, what would be a channels so that you can get a public policy opportunity? Then you have to tell everything what ISB is providing you, and you will get all this info from the alums in the current batch.
Akshat has asked a very good question. How much time did you put into preparing your interviews? She put a lot of time, is all I know, but she will answer. During your interview, when the panel grilled you, were you expecting it? Did you try to steer it to your strong point? She did try to steer it. She had already explained. But again, will you answer this in detail, Riya?
Um, who asked this?
Akshat,
Arjun.
Akshat, Akshat.
Okay, okay. So yeah, Akshat, in the interview, like the question started right
No,
from
how
my
much time you gave for preparation is the first question he has asked. Please look at the question also. You'll scroll up, you'll be able to see.
uh,
Akshat.
fine. I couldn't see Anshul. Fine, I'll answer the question. So as soon as I
You can't see,
submitted,
how come you're not able to see?
I can see Alka.
Then you have to scroll down if you're seeing
Yeah,
Akshat.
yeah, Akshat V. Okay,
Yeah,
got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Panel when the panel is green, I didn't expect that it would be that hard, Akshat. It really took 55, 20 minutes or 25 is like the normal interview
Yeah.
be going. So yeah, I started telling them all the strong points, and I wanted them to ask the questions from that area. But my interviewer was like, oh my god, he was like very I don't know, like he had any grudge or something, or he didn't like the first move what I have done in the interview or something. It was He was grilling me in all the like the places where I don't want to speak, but make sure you sound very confident. And as I told you, it's not just like I wrote public policy as my post MBA goal. I sounded very confident that I'm gonna badge a job post ISB, and you
Okay.
need to tell the ways how you're gonna badge it.
Yes. Yes.
The
This is
way.
very true for people with very niche post MBA goals, very different post MBA goals. You must give them the confidence that you will easily get placed. Also, you're not very fixated on campus placement. Third, you have your own ways to get placed, which means you are not dependent on CAS.
Yes, you have to tell this. Like when during my journey, I spoke to a professor called Anjal Prakash. She was leading Bharati Institute of Public Policy.
Yes.
So there is one course separate for the public policy in her ISB. So I spoke to the people who are working there. The professor, you need to name the people and name
Yes.
the courses. That would be really helpful to think that yeah, interviewer को पता चलेगा कि हाँ इन्होंने
You
पूरा
have done your
work
research. Yeah. You are fully
yeah,
convinced. Correct.
yeah.
How much
And
time did you put into preparing? ये भी बता दो. You are missing out on.
Yeah, so as soon as I submitted my
Yeah.
essay,
Please,
I
guys, write this down, specifically if you're a reapplicant. At least who are with me, I start the day you submit.
yes,
I
that
don't even give one day to do party or I don't know. I
don't be
have
the
seen people, some
dilemma.
people I follow on Instagram, I have seen after submitting, they were attending weddings and then they cry, I got a reject. They think ISB is halwa.
Few applicants would be thinking कि हमें अब shortlist आएगा या नहीं. Guys, please don't be in that sort of mindset. You start your prep. Like few, even I was like just thinking कि आएगा या नहीं आएगा, but Anshul made me like he was like telling me just you have to start on the day one you submitted. So
It's
yeah,
it's
that's
not that
that.
difficult, but it's not that easy that you will start taking this so lightly. Not starting the application while it's already April, submitting the application and then dancing here and there, waiting for the shortlist. People are working very hard. There's a lot of competition. So please, it's time to get serious. Okay, Ria, thank you for all this. Now, let's first look at some interesting question. I am not taking the questions which are related to what to do after getting an MBA. I mean, what to do inside ISP, getting a BCG shortlist and all. There are enough people to tell you that. Right now, I'm focusing more on some interesting questions as well as on questions which will help you to actually get inside. Coming from a consulting background, is there something we can do to improve our chances of a resume shortlist from BCG or any other good consulting firm? Ideally, we should not. I should not take this question, but uh, tell me, Ria, if you want to answer this.
I would say your case prep. That is the major basic part you have to do. Like start doing your case prep. Start driving into this consulting books and like start doing your case prep from IMA case book. That would be
Handbook,
available
yeah.
maybe. Handbook, and even ISB handbook would be available maybe
Yeah,
these days. Start doing that. Start doing the guesstimates.
yeah.
Make a good group where you can get different ideas and you can nudge them and you can make a good case. So that would be the major part before ISB. Post ISB, तो आपको you'll be having all these different groups and there are different sort of pro bono projects as well which can
Yeah.
give you a good experience. And the clubs plays a very major role. Be very active in the club participations and like whatever they are providing you, whatever the master classes or what any sort of discussion. Just don't be like आपको हाँ, बस grade चाहिए वगैरह. Don't do that stuff. Ultimately these preparation only would add value for your placements.
Okay. What's one underrated quality ISP looks for in candidates that isn't talked about enough? I I don't know, Rahul, because I generally talk about everything, whatever looks like. But Ria, do you want to say
Even yeah,
something?
same. Even I talk about everything. Um,
But do you think anything that one should really do to stand out?
um, you have to show that unique factor, even if it is like a very small. You have to make sure like it's something like a marketing thing, Rahul. Maybe you have to market yourself,
Yeah.
and you have to show it in a different way. And ISB is like very keen about diversity, so I would say that part.
How did you stand out during your ISB application? I
Same.
don't think she did anything extra to stand out. One really good thing that Ria did was to convince me to change her entire essay to at the last moment because even I was not supporting her. I said, you have not done anything in public policy and you want me to change it completely. But she gave me the conviction saying that I can manage a difficult public policy interview. I can't manage a difficult product management interview. And I think that was the game changer completely. Ria, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you are correct. Absolutely correct. It's something
Because
like selling your own product. Like it should be kuch naya. It should be something different from others. That's the ultimate game and ultimate stuff.
that's why I always say it's a mentor. Obviously, as a mentor, I'm ready to hold your hand and help you everywhere. But ultimately, a lot of onus is on you to help me so that I can help you. And you did that at very right point of time. So I think that was the one which kind of completely changed the story, right? Okay. Can you please explain your journey with the scholarship procedure? There is no journey with scholarship procedure, Sangeeta. Uh, if your family income is less than 18 LPA, you write a scholarship letter, a scholarship essay. That's it. And for merit scholarship, it's calculated automatically, so you don't really need to do much. Riya got both merit and
Yeah.
need-based scholarship together.
You can show some like maybe a national something which is unique, national competitions or something
Right.
that would add a value maybe.
Where will you show it?
You need to write in the essay, like just in the
In the
essay.
essay you will write.
That's what I'm
No
telling
need to
you.
show any certificate or anything.
No, no, nothing, nothing. I
Yeah.
mean that, yeah, you need to write in your essay
Yeah.
any of your competitions which are like bit unique, which
Yeah.
are like national wide, that would add value. So I'm like, I had like many quizzes in my record.
Yes.
So yeah,
One
that
more thing differentiating about Ria's application was also that she had been a national level quizzer at many prominent quiz competitions across India. And we made sure we highlighted it very nicely in the
yeah.
application, in the extracurricular part, in the hobbies part, in essay one. And then very nicely, I also trained her how to include it in the conversation, even if it is not asked directly. Because that was something again which made her different from other candidates. Please understand, guys, I write it down. Participating in a big thing is much, much less important than winning at a small thing. A competitive experience is always highly valued than a participative experience. And Ria had a competitive experience with winning good quizzes, not even random quizzes. I think Tata Crucible was the one which you won, right?
Yeah, and SBI Yono, National Youth
State
Pilot.
Bank of India, also she won.
Yeah. So these
So these
quizzes.
two things were also a good highlighting factor and differentiating factor about her. Many people have that, but they don't know how to highlight it. That's again a problem. Okay. With 8+ years of work ex, how should a candidate position himself to show career progression without appearing overqualified? Rahul, first of all, you will not. I don't know. Why would you think you will appear overqualified? Second, I don't think why you think overqualification is something looked down upon by ISB. ISB likes overachievers.
They do. And
They
you,
want people who
they
have
want.
overachieved. They don't want mediocre people. They want people who have done a lot of progression. So I don't know where is this thought coming from.
And
So
many firms come for this bracket of experience you're
yes,
having, Rahul. So many
exactly.
firms come for that, for many senior roles. So it would be easy for ISB to make you like you get you a good placement rather than placing a candidate with 2 years of work ex and all. So I don't think it would be overqualified.
Yeah, I don't know where. Every time I bust a myth, a new myth comes from somewhere. Okay, no problem. Rahul will talk. You are anyway with me. We'll talk. Don't worry. Prashant, you have talked in depth to wanting to go to diverse route as compared to your peers with similar tech background wanting to stand out, etc. Have you got any suggestions for people who already have a diverse tech background? Okay, so Prashant is a lawyer, very niche background. So
Okay.
any suggestions for people from very, very niche background?
So already you're falling into that part. You can showcase something like in my case, like quizzing is one of the part. You can showcase any different or niche cases which are very popular
Yeah,
and where you can where you can add more value and tell to ISB like this the way your storyline and everything.
yeah,
There you have to like that would be the catch. You need to tell about much about those
yeah.
stuff.
Anything which kind of attracts the attention of the person
Yes,
reading.
where like everyone knows about that story.
Yes, don't
It should
write
not be
anything
just.
so super niche or don't use so many jargons that other person is not able to understand. This Inside, Aditya very nicely presented in the last call. Aditya was your classmate. Mohali, so you might not be knowing him, Aditya
Okay,
Singh.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
He very nicely mentioned how you must not use jargons, random jargons in your application.
Yeah. It should be
Oh,
like अगर आप story भी बोल रहे हो सबको समझ अच्छा हाँ हाँ they can connect the dot क्योंकि आप already are from a different background you no need to make it unique more unique.
yeah. And those of you who attended the call with Heth, Heth has joined this current batch. He's an investment banker and he got an interviewer who had 20 years of marketing experience, which means the interviewer had no clue what Heth had done in 4 to 5 years. And he asked Heth to explain everything in layman terms from scratch on what exactly he does at work. And he was able to explain and convince that he actually is doing a great job in 15 to 20 minutes. Imagine explaining very hardcore work experience of a typical investment banker to someone who has absolutely no clue about investment banking. So this is a skill that you need to develop for interview. And this skill slowly you will develop while you are building your application. And I repeat, building your application over a longer period of time will automatically help you to get more clarity for your interview. Okay. Rahul has asked, did you find it challenging to convince the AdCom why a full-time MBA made sense at a mid-career stage? How did you tackle that? Rahul, Riya was earlier than early career stage. I don't know why are you calling her mid-career. She had 2 years of work ex. So I don't think so she can answer this question. Maybe this question you can ask to people who are having more than 5, 6 years of work ex. I am calling those people also from Riya's batch only. Next week, next to next week. Next week is Vishwas. Riya is still not mid-career, even after pursuing her MBA. She's
I maybe I have 2 years 9 months of work
she is still early career. Great, but it's good to do when you are young. Finish your MBA. I did the same. I'm very happy I did when I was younger.
yeah
Not
now
not
now
very happy there. I have few regrets because I still think I'd have been able to absorb some of the learnings better had I had more experience. But then finance wise, money wise, it makes lot of sense to do it when you're younger. You have
yeah
much more time to pay off the crazy loan,
yeah
which you should not worry about because you don't have much loan. Okay. Ria wanted to ask, did they ask you any quiz questions in the interview? Good. Did they ask you anything related to quizzing or something like that?
not in my ISB interview
Ah,
but during my
placement.
placements
Okay.
they asked me.
ISB, they would have asked, but they never got time from grilling you so badly.
Yes, yes, yes. ISB interview में किसी ने पूछा नहीं था, but in the final interview for Cognizant was nearly 5 rounds, so it was hectic, and that interviewer was asking me all the quiz questions in the last round.
Okay. Ultimately, no knowledge goes to waste.
Yeah.
Okay. Great, guys. Please keep asking. You can unmute also. I have given yeah, you have uh, this thing, access to unmute and ask. Could you please talk more about the clubs that you were a part of? How did you leverage that experience during placement? Good question.
So yeah, I'm very like a very active participant of quiz club, and yeah,
Yes.
public policy and consulting. I chosen these two clubs. I was one part of Net Impact Club. That would be really helpful for your like marketing roles. Like
How?
it would be helpful. Like
I
few
was not a part of Net Impact Club. I
uh,
was a totally marketing person in the campus. How will Net Impact help in marketing?
no, because I don't come from like that background of marketing. So
Huh.
our marketing, our president, like who was like Ayushi Gupta, she was a marketing.
I
Yeah,
know.
you know,
I
na.
know.
So yeah, she comes from the e-commerce background. So she was bringing a lot of people from that background for all this, inputs and all. So she was part of that club. Easily, I have chosen that club, and I
But
really got good inputs.
what marketing activity does the Net Impact Club? The Net
So
Impact
both
is a
are
physical
collaborative.
impact.
They were collaborative. Both were
Acha.
collaborative.
Okay.
इसलिए
How did you leverage that experience during placements? So,
as I told, like many sessions would be going on. Like you will be getting all the inputs and make sure guys like know go through like every session. ISB में जाने के बाद everyone would be like we need to prioritize. Like you will be very confused like what to prioritize, what not. So make sure what is your priority and don't miss any session. Like make use of ISB in every angle. That कोई ना कोई knowledge it will be helpful in your interview. We don't know that you'll be ending up a consulting role or a marketing role or a pre-sale role. We don't know that. So these sessions, these inputs from the speakers would be really helpful. So I made sure like I'm part of every session, though I'm the active participant of that club or not, like it doesn't matter. But I was like into every session. Good input. You will be having a good chance for networking. And yeah, guys, network. It is like a net worth. And as we speaks a lot about networking, you will be knowing it, and Anshul will be framing that. Make sure of that. Try to attend every session. Make your own frame. Like someone have asked me about the framework and all the structure. You can get it from these sessions and all. Like
Yeah.
uh, you can use all these things. So make sure you make your own prep book. I have done that for myself, so it would be different for different like individual. These all things, like you make sure you do all this thing in your ISB journey, and you will be like आपको पता चलेगा वहाँ जाने के बाद क्या करना है. You will know.
Yeah, basically it's like Three Idiots that ज्ञान चारों ओर से बट रहा है, जहां से भी बट रहा है वहां जाके ले लो, as Amir Khan says.
हाँ,
Though it's very difficult to do that at ISB, where literally there is over supply of gyan,
yeah, yeah.
getting bombarded from everywhere. But I really want to point out what Riya said. She was part of three clubs, and all three were very much aligned to what she has already done or what she wants to do in the future. Consulting, public policy, and quiz club. Great combination. Because I think you're only allowed to be part of three clubs, right? Or more than three.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
those three
They
clubs
can, you can go to any session.
they say
Yeah.
official part of
हाँ, हाँ.
of any three clubs only, but no one is stopping you from going to any session.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, when I was a part of only three clubs, and I only went to these three. I never went to anywhere else. I never went to any consulting club session, even though consulting club sessions were always full packed, even
Yeah.
till late night. I did healthcare, I did marketing because my industry and domain was healthcare and marketing. And third, just to see what more I can do, I did net impact. So I did not participate anything in net impact. I was only thoroughly involved in healthcare and marketing, and which helped me in the placements for sure. Okay. Rahul has asked another very difficult question, but an important question. What was the hardest part of self-reflection during your application process? And how did you overcome it?
Uh, in my case, I would think one is my expertise, like the current job I was like having. I felt that part is a bit tough for me. Um and yeah, showcasing my profile into different way, as Anshul told, that was really challenging. Like for that, I really needed a lot of groundwork and like going through and filtering my answers and all.
Wanted to stop you and elaborate on this. I'm sorry
Mm.
for interrupting you again, Ria.
Yeah.
From from far, Ria looks like a very typical candidate, like very run of the mill. Less than 2 years of work experience working in TCS from a tier three college. I'm sorry, I will not call your college tier two. It's tier three only, Ria. Please don't mind me. Okay.
But now
But
it's tier two, Anshul.
okay, now
Yeah,
that time it was tier three according to me.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. But once you deep dive and comes closer, then I realized that there is so much to her candidature. She had so much of knowledge about public policy, Indian economics, and Indian politics as well, because she had done hardcore internship in at IPAC,
iPad.
and she had done some other pro bono work and some social impact as well. I forgot right now, but we had included that in the application. Then she is a national level quiz winner. That too, not one quiz, but multiple quizzes. These two things were more than enough for me to put a very strong candidature, differentiating her from anyone else. You don't need very out of the blue or out of the like overachiever things. Just one or two things. Find out what those things are, and just use it to your advantage. So that's how it is. Okay, placement process. We can go on and on about placement process, but how many rounds does the companies have on average of a CV shortlist apart from case preparation? Anything else you would suggest to prepare for before ISB? Last part, though, I will not suggest to you to answer this, Pranay. Pranay, I have a separate session for that. Once you get an admit, I'll tell you everything. I will not leave you even after you get an admit, so don't worry. But first or second part, do you want to talk about it, Ria? How does the placement process look like? How many rounds companies have after the CV shortlist?
Right from October end or November, the placements would be starting.
Yeah.
For our batch, it started in that way. Maybe for this batch, it referred.
No, it's the same.
It was same.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you need to start your, as I told, a resume from day one, and it should be handy, and it should go through many filtrations, through many rounds of, like, you have to take many feedbacks from the ILMs, get one-to-one connect, and then make a proper resume for product consulting and like a Genman role. Decide based upon like what's your interest, and don't be very stringent to one specific domain. Like as I told you, consulting, हमें consulting में चाहिए, हमें consulting. It doesn't work in that way at the end. So that was like a hard part during our batch. It was very hard for our placement time, but eventually we sailed through. For that, first thing is CV. आपके CV पे ही मतलब the complete show runs on your CV. So make sure that CV should be very strong from your day one. Uh, and yeah, and your case preps. पहले आपको शॉर्टलिस्ट आने के लिए मेक योर सीवी गुड. दैट इज द वन थिंग आई वुड टेल. केस प्रेप तो हो जाएगा. Case prep would not be a big issue, but yeah, getting a shortlist is really hard during your ISB placements. And yeah, number of rounds, you would be having the first guesstimate, a case round, a couple of case round, differs company to company, and yeah, the final round. That's it. But for few firms, 5 to 6. For my Cognizant, it was like 5. For BCG, it was 4. For few candidates, it would be 3.
5 rounds for Cognizant. What were they doing?
Yes, yeah, they shortlisted nearly 180 people, and they gave job offers to 3. So it was like a bit tough. And yeah, Cognizant is a service based firm, so they
Yeah.
would get.
Pranay, one thing I want to add, it depends very, very, I mean, the difference between one firm to other firms recruitment is very, very different, like very vast, because ISB gives full freedom to conduct the placement according to the way that company wants to conduct. Mostly there will be 2 to 3 rounds. 2 to 3 rounds is an average. Generally, it will start with a GD,
Yeah,
group
few
discussion,
firms,
and then
few
it will
firms
move
do
to
have it.
personal interview.
Yeah.
But it also depends on what kind of shortlist the company has done for the first level. If it has done a mass shortlist like Cognizant, if Cognizant is doing almost shortlisting so many people, then of course they will do some mass kick out. Uh, what is that term called when they not select you? Rejection. They will also, if they are mass shortlisting you, they will also mass rejecting you in some rounds. And generally mass rejection happened through GD or a group, kind of GD only. Group discussion is GD only, nothing else. But if in the first step itself the company has shortlisted smaller group of people, then there might not be any GD. There might be interviews only. For example,
Yes.
the company that I joined had 2 rounds. Both rounds were personal interview because they had only shortlisted in the first round. They had shortlisted 30 people. They interviewed all 30 people. In second round, they shortlisted 10 people. They interviewed all 10 people, and then they selected 4.
There
So
might be a video interview as well, Anshu. Like they, sorry,
in some
video
companies,
submission.
there will be
Yeah,
video interview.
video submission, not an interview.
It
Video
completely
submission.
depends on the company. You cannot really,
Yes.
ISB does not give any hard and fast rule directions to anyone. They give full freedom to the recruiters.
It might be even 2. It might be even 5. You can't. Even 6 for Microsoft, or I guess 6 to 7 product roles.
6 to 7. People
Yeah.
are so stressed, people on that day, and they're taking 6, 7 rounds.
For our batch, as I told, it was really tough for the placement.
Yeah, your batch had bad placements.
Yes.
Yes, yes, I agree. Okay, anything else? If not, both of us would like to enjoy whatever rest of the Sunday we are left with. If you don't want to type, you can unmute and you can ask directly as well. Okay. If,
Uh,
hi,
yes.
Pranay.
Hi. Hi,
Pranay, while
Lakhs.
you're
Hi.
asking if you can switch on your camera as well, it would be great.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Let me know when I'm visible.
Yes, 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 please.
Okay. So this is more like just out of curiosity, like Ria, what would you say was your, like top 2, top 3 moments in ISB? Like what did you enjoy the most or something like that? Just getting a general idea about, like what would you consider the best moments or something like that? Anything that you would like to just highlight?
Um, I would highlight my study trek. So I was part of a Singapore study trek.
Oh,
So yeah,
oh.
yeah. So that was the one moment I would cherish. Like we had a good interaction in the Grab office, and yeah, the time I spent with my friends and all that experience, that would be the most cherished moment. And yeah, of course, the ISB parties.
What? ISB what?
ISB parties, the post placement
I
party.
saw your some of the Instagram stories. I think you partied more than me. I was very stressed out being a younger candidate in the batch. I did party, but I was a bit stressed out. After placements, also I was stressed out. I don't know why. And now I miss I do not. And that's why I was partying a lot 4 days ago. When I went to camp,
Oh,
I missed out. Whenever I go to campus, and you know how I don't tell anyone I am an alum, and thankfully people still think I'm a student. I went to the carnival and I told
oh.
everyone from class of 2025, and everyone was like great. And but then I was with Ankita. Has in the current batch. She took me to a party and she told everyone that he's an alum. Then the party stopped. Everyone gathered in front of me and they
Like
started
the
asking questions.
Gyan.
Actually, at that
Gyan
age,
session.
also want to drink. So then it went on for 2 hours. Then Vishwas came. Now they
Oh,
had two alums. Vishwas is the current batch, which just graduated. Then we forced them to not ask us question, let us enjoy, and then they left us. So yeah, ISB parties. Just to let you know, Pranay, and to everyone else, ISB parties went so haywire just around my time, around 2015, 16, 2016, 17. They had to send a big mail. They sent a mail to our senior batch saying not to put parties photo on the social media and don't use hashtag ISB parties. ISB parties used to be a very popular hashtag on Facebook and Instagram. They stopped us from using it because people, the corporate, the recruiters started saying ISB is a party school. यहाँ क्या ही पढ़ाते हैं. So the parties are crazy. You cannot even think what all happened there. I hope, Priya, you did not cross any boundaries.
no. But no regrets though.
Just pulling your leg. Okay, great. Yeah, Krisha, please unmute and ask.
Hi, Riya. So just a quick question. I think post ISB, was there any moment where you felt like choosing ISB was the right call during your working days or finding a new job with Cognizant instead of your existing placement?
I didn't get you, Trisha. Could you
Even I
please
didn't get the
repeat?
question.
Sorry, my bad. I'll try to explain. So, generally, the experience post MBA colleges don't really meet up to expectations of what one looks for. So,
Mhm.
now that you are right after, like, you're just right out of college,
No,
it's
she's
been
not
not
right out
that
of
long.
college. It's been 1 year.
Huh, 1 year still, like, just very recent in terms of graduation. Was there any, did you have a click of a moment where you realized during your working days, ki, you know what, I made a good choice with ISB? Like, I'm glad I came out of ISB and not any other college.
Yeah. So I would put one of my very recent experience. So I was closing a final deal with Mirion. It's one of the, I think, a biomedical firm. Anshul, maybe you're aware of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, of course I know.
Yeah, so the CEO of Mirion have come, like we were signing a final deal. So I work for bit like I take care of strategy, bid management, pricing, and pre-sales. This is my role, and like it's a very seasoned role. And my boss, like that person, was like directly telling me on my face, "Ki, we have like opted you from the tier one MBA. We usually go for normal tier two and tier three MBAs, and maybe not IIM ABC, the remaining IIM. So they were paying 3x more than the other candidates. And he was telling me we are paying 3x more than, and that was a big bet we have made for ISB. So make sure you're show me your that
Best
part of
work.
your ISB, that strategy part and all. And from like with a very less expertise and all that, I'm still part of the CEO meet and till the final execution. That's only because of ISB they made me to stand like that. It's not because of my expertise. It's only because of the badge I carry. So they, even the recruiters would be having the feel that they're taking a candidate out of a cream, and they would expect the same. But
Yeah.
then I felt that my other peers, like they were thinking like she's a part of the final deal and why not we. Then yeah, that's all because of ISB. Then I really felt like I'm really glad to be the part of ISB. So this expertise, like with the global CXO level, आपको इतना जल्दी नहीं आएगा. You will not even have a time to pitch, or even you're part of the complete a deal. Maybe you might be a back end or कोई ना कोई आपका मतलब ये जो पिचिंग वाला पार्ट है, सीनियर गाय और समवन फ्रॉम वेरी गुड वर्क एक्स वुड बी डूइंग इट, आपको नहीं देंगे. Here it's happening only just because I'm from ISB. They're giving me that fair chance, and like as I was telling to Anshul, traveling वगैरह,
Yeah, yeah.
that's the reason
Whenever
they're
I
making.
am messaging her for an info session last year, she became busy after joining only. I said,
Yeah.
how come she's so busy? She has just joined. Then I stopped bothering her. Then I started bothering her again after 1 year. So I was also glad, very glad that you are doing well. I always good to see people doing well and get being busy is a good thing, right? It's a privilege, right?
Yeah.
So,
So they were expecting very high, and they're making sure I'm part of the, like, the learning is good. You're learning big compared to the others. बाकी का काम आप कर लोगे, like other people, the other peers, but you know that client facing and the experience with CXO folks, you wouldn't get it. So this made me stand out. So I would cherish this moment.
Yeah, so the benefit basically doesn't stop with just placement. It
oh
carries
my
on for
God,
a
no, no,
very
no.
long
There
time.
are loads of other benefits, Krisha. I'll give you just one thing. I worked
Yeah.
in 3 companies after my MBA. Okay. And I have never applied to a single job.
Wow,
Jobs
what
have
a
come,
privilege that is. Yeah,
jobs have come to me. And trust me, this is the biggest privilege in an over-competitive and overpopulated country like India.
absolutely, yes.
They come to me. I'm not saying whatever jobs come to me, I'm able to crack everything. But still, the jobs are coming to me. I have not applied on my own in last 7 years. Never applied, never needed to.
This in itself is a big motivation, honestly. Thank you, Ria.
It
Thanks,
just
Anshul.
opens lots of doors, just makes your life easier. I would not say less hectic because you also have to work very hard, as you can see with Ria. It just makes things easier because unfortunately, we're in a very populated country. Everyone is working hard and everyone is competitive. There has to be some way to get over the competition, and ISB is the way. ISB will open doors to you. What will you do to that open door? It's up to you, but it will open the door,
Very well said. Yeah.
right?
Thank
And that's
you.
the reason making to ISB is this difficult, and it takes so
Yeah.
much of effort and so much of go through a lot of disappointments and lots of self-sabotaging moments, lot of self-doubt, and you have to work through it and try to get it as badly as you want to get it,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
But great question, Krisha. I mean, and I'm also very happy to listen to the answer of Ria. Always good to see people doing well in their job, people who graduated long ago and they're doing well. So it's great, great.
You just आपको बस वो badge लगना चाहिए. You will stand out. Not only just Cognizant, even if you so I have shadowed one of the partner in BCG. The same happened there. Like she would be telling the same expertise. She would be telling. It's like she I think now being a partner, it would have take nearly 10 to 15 years, I guess. If I'm not wrong, not partner, MD, I guess, MD. So it's all because of ISB. She's in this position in very short pace. Though,
Yeah.
yeah. Anything else, Krisha?
No, no, this just answers it all. Thank you so much.
Okay. Anything else, guys? There's nothing in the chat. You can unmute and ask. Otherwise, we will close the call. One big request. Please put the feedback in the group. Last time, none of you put the feedback except 1 or 2 people. It's important. It's not only important for me, it is also important for the other people who did not join the call so that they feel the importance of these calls. Ria was attending those calls, Ria, if you remember. Did attend a lot of calls. Though she did a lot of work on her own, she herself connected to a lot of alums. 30, 40, when I'm surprised, when did she do that? But she was one of, just like you, attending these calls. And that's my only method of teaching people. There are a lot of things that only freshly passed alums and newly admits can tell you. Even though I try my best to keep in touch with the school, I visit the campus, get all the insight, but there are a few things which people who have just graduated would be able to tell you better. Okay, there are no more questions. Thanks a lot, everyone, for the call. Please put the feedback in the group. And again, please, it's high time start building your application. Ria, you have to say anything before we end the call? You are mute.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah. So from my end, I have given like all the input. Like as I told, like start your CV from day one and start your okay leave it, but see it's a post MBA post admission thing. Yeah, start your prep from day one, guys. Like the day you submitted your application, don't be in a dilemma that आपको shortlist आएगा या नहीं. Start your prep, do your groundwork, do like don't leave any rock. Like make sure. You get every info, like whatever the feedback, like inculcate them and try to build the story and stay recording. That's all.
Thank you. Thanks, Riya, and thanks everyone for your time. Ending the call.